Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Being the former president of the Muslim Educational Trust, it was during my administration that we made the transition from part-time Islamic school to a full-time Islamic school and purchased the property on Shoals Ferry where we have the ISMET school today and also the administrative offices. So that's quite an achievement that I look back on very favorably.
The MET has put the Muslims on the map in Portland, in my opinion, because of the fact that even though we have a significant number of Muslims present there, they have been living in their own cocoon, and this MET has really integrated the Islam in the society here.
I'm a big fan of MET. I've known this organization from day one. Their vision of what they want to do from the education perspective is fantastic. I mean, I can't wait when in my life this institution of education becomes big, that even non-Muslims start sending their kids. That is really my vision, that this is a high school, and in high school, just like people send their kids to other private schools like OES and Catlin Gable, they will say, hey, we are going to send kids to the Islamic Academy.
And they have done a fantastic job because I think what they have done is bring up students in a very, very balanced way between the secular knowledge, dunya, and the religious knowledge, deen. And that's exactly what we need today, in today's world. Muslim kids who are proud of their heritage, Islamic heritage, proud of their cultural heritage, and proud Americans as well, because I don't think, as I said earlier, there's a dichotomy between the American way of life and the Islamic way of life. I think the two are very compatible. So I think MET, Muslim Educational Trust, has done a great job, and I take my hat off.
We live in this country, okay? This is the best country in the world to live in, okay? And with the help of this country, we can actually make a difference as to what is actually happening in the Muslim world, okay? And for that, we need to stay engaged, we need to be plugged in the society, and we need to figure out what is the best way we can raise our kids so that they understand the American values, and at the same time they also understand the Islamic values. And the best way that I can see that what MET is actually trying to do is educational trust. Education is not just that you read the books, you read the Quran, and that's one part of it. The other values is that you teach them the basics, you teach them the fundamentals, you teach them the culture, the principles, so that when these kids they grow up, they can grow up as an American kid. At the same time, they also grow up as a Muslim kid. Okay, so that they can combine them together and take the values to the bigger community that we have, not necessarily just the Muslims, but the non-Muslims as well, so that they can understand that we understand the same principles. Okay, we need education reform, we need budget reform, we need healthcare reform. We care about these values. Okay. So whenever we hear this, there is a community center that is on, that has been planned. My heart goes out for this, because I sincerely hope down the road we'll come together, we'll support this, we'll work as a community, and we take the values, leave the values not only to our family members but to the broader people, and we can take it to the next level.
When I first came to this country years and years ago, there was not in Oregon a Muslim school like MET, so we are really fortunate to have the school, and we all need to help the success of the school and have it continue to thrive. As some people may know, my husband and I, we do not have children, but we are very involved with the school because we think that the next generation should be helped, and we can do everything that we can to prepare them. And I think that MET, as I've mentioned, is a fantastic school. And now I think I'll let my husband say a few words. Lawrence?
I was asked to speak on why I wanted to join the MET board. And my feelings are that Layla and I were not involved in the original MET concept. That heavy lifting and that organization was done by others early on, who have now given a good part of their life to establishing MET. The rest of us that came later still have an obligation to contribute to the organization, and that is why my wife and I have done so over the last 5 to 10 years. And we encourage all parents and other people in the community to get involved and volunteer your time in whatever capacity you feel comfortable, and make this organization continue with this organization and make sure that it succeeds in the long run. Thank you.